using MLA Style or how to document your sources. What is MLA Style? The Modern Language Association has developed a set of rules to follow when documenting your research and writing your research papers. This is called the MLA Style, and this is what style you will be using for all your research papers in English classes in middle and in high school. Why do I need to know MLA Style? Because MLA Style is important. It tells your readers where you got the information in your paper. A research paper is based on known facts and expert opinions, not on your feelings about a topic. Because these are not your opinions, you must cite your sources. What does that mean, citing your sources? Well, a source is where you found your information. For example, for a school project, you may find information in a non-fiction book written by an expert. You could possibly find information on one of our databases, like the Gale Student Research Center, or perhaps the Social Studies database, ABC Clio. You could find information in a magazine, or on an authoritative website like National Geographic, or perhaps the Library of Congress website. You could even find information in a newspaper. When you use information from these sources in your paper, you must tell the reader where it came from. This gives credit to the original authors, and it is a courtesy to my readers. What happens if I don't cite my sources? This is called plagiarism. If you write a paper without telling where your information came from, it is a form of dishonesty. It is also dishonest to copy from sources or other papers without giving them credit. Plagiarism is a serious offense. There are so many rules. How am I ever going to remember them all? Don't worry, we're going to start with just a few rules, and we will walk you through each type of citation that you need to know. Let's begin with our research project. What is research? Research is something that we all do pretty much every day. As consumers, we are constantly researching products. For example, if we want to buy a new car, or maybe download a new app for our phone, or even try to figure out what movie to go see, we do research. We consult sources that help us, and we want our sources to be reliable. We want good information. The same is true when you're doing a research project at school. You will get a source sheet for each of your sources. This simply means that you get some information about that source. For example, if you had a magazine article, you would get an article in a magazine source sheet. You would fill out the information required on there. Then you would read your source and you would take notes in your Cornell Notes format. Each research paper will end with a Works Cited page. This is simply a list of the different sources that you used. We transfer the information from your source sheet to this list in alphabetical order by the author's last name. That's called a citation. There's another type of citation called a parenthetical citation or an in-text citation. This is when you include some information from an author in your paper, and at the end of the sentence in parentheses you write the author's name and the page number. These parentheses or in-text citations always refer to one of the sources on your works cited sheet. Now let's review some of the terms before we learn how to do it. First of all, source. A source is a place where we find information. Next, citation. A citation is a reference to a published work used as a source of our information. It is a listing of certain types of information about that source. Plagiarism. Using someone else's words or ideas without giving them credit. Plagiarism is a serious offense. Works cited sheet. This is the last paper in your research paper. This is a list of all your sources. And parenthetical or in-text citation. That is what is included in the parentheses at the end of an idea or thought you've taken from one of your sources. It includes the author's name and usually the page number. These rules and many more are found in the MLA Handbook for Writers of Research Papers.